A moment that stopped the scrolling. So, let me ask you a question. What does it take to make the entire internet stop and stare at the same thing? A cat playing a tiny piano? Maybe. A blockbuster movie trailer? For a few hours, sure. But this week, it was something else entirely. It was one short video. A clip so sudden and so raw that it cut through all the noise. People are talking, and they are talking a lot. The scene was tense, the reactions were fast, the debate it started is now everywhere, touching on everything from personal safety, public responsibility, the rules we all thought we understood. This wasn't just another video, it was a digital earthquake. In one clear sentence, everyone, it seems, has an opinion. But the facts are where we have to begin. The event has become a mirror. When people look into it, they see their own fears, their own frustrations, their own ideas about justice. It's a messy, complicated, deeply human moment that refuses to be ignored. Here are 3 headlines you should know. 1. Viral confrontation. The single moment that drew millions of views and ignited a firestorm of online debate. 2. A nation divided. Why viewers can't agree on who was right, who was wrong, and what should have happened instead. 3. Officials under pressure. Local authorities have promised a full investigation as calls for new rules and clear consequences grow louder. These headlines are not just clickbait. They are chapter titles for a story unfolding in real time, on our screens and in our communities, pulling everyone into the discussion. Before we dive deep, it's important to understand why this particular clip hit such a nerve. Let's break down the facts plain and simple, like we're building a Lego set. The video shows a clear, decisive action. It lasts for only 90 seconds, but every second is packed with information. In that brief window, we witness a confrontation that felt both shocking and, to some, inevitable. The camera remains mostly still, held by a person who was clearly not expecting to become a citizen journalist. The audio is clear enough to capture the key exchange of words and the subsequent reactions from the small crowd that had gathered. The visceral nature of the recording is why it spread like wildfire. Viewers could see the faces, hear the tones of voice, and feel the tension in the air. So, who are the key players in this drama? 2 main individuals. Identities withheld in many reports to prevent harassment. The actor initiates the confrontation. The reactor responds to that action, and the witnesses shape how it's perceived. The incident took place in a very public, very familiar setting. A busy city park on a weekend afternoon. Because it happened in a public space, there was no expectation of privacy, which is why filming it was legally straightforward. The event was instantly accessible to anyone with a phone. Location helped it spread fast. Shared arenas where social norms are negotiated, and here, challenged. Behind closed doors, a private matter. Out in the open, a public spectacle and debate. Why this clip? Out of millions. A perfect storm of 3 elements. First, surprise. Abrupt, unexpected action with instant shock value. Second, a polarizing theme. Personal boundaries and public conduct. Third, short and vertical, built for the feed. TikTok, Instagram, X. A local incident became a national headline in hours, proving the right content at the right time can capture the world's attention. As soon as the video hit the internet, the battle lines were drawn. People are deeply divided. The arguments are fueled by passion, personal experience, and fundamentally different interpretations of the same 90 seconds. One side says the actor clearly violated rules and personal safety. They point to social norms, and in some readings to local ordinances. For them, the response was unfortunate but necessary. They demand accountability and consequences. Core argument: safety and order. The other side defends the actor and condemns the reactor. They argue context before the filmed moment is ignored, perhaps provocation, desperation, or principle the clip fails to capture. They view the reactor's response as disproportionate. Viral videos rarely tell the whole story. Their case centers on context, intent, and proportionality. The controversy is complicated. Simple facts support both sides. Fact: the actor crossed a clearly marked boundary. Some see open and shut rule breaking. Fact: others say the actor tried for over an hour to get help. both facts true, but values divide the conclusions. To make this real, to pull it away from pixels, let's focus on one person's story. Her name is Maria, a retired teacher, in the park that day, sitting on a bench reading a book. She wasn't filming, she was just there. She told a local outlet that first, she felt a wave of confusion. The scene unfolded so quickly her brain couldn't process it. A peaceful afternoon turned into intense conflict. She felt a jolt of fear, not for herself, but for those involved, because the energy became negative so fast. What stuck with her most was the sound, a gasp that sucked the air out of the park. Later, her granddaughter showed her the video framed by a screen with thousands of comments, and it felt completely different. The comments were so certain, so black and white, from people who weren't there. They named, assumed, judged motives and character. It felt like the story she'd witnessed got twisted into a caricature. So she did something new. She went to a town hall meeting, organized to discuss the fallout. She stood up, hands trembling, and told her story. She didn't take a side. She didn't blame. She described being there, confusion, fear, sadness, how division online landed in her neighborhood. Her honesty quieted the room, reminding everyone of the humans at the center. One testimony can ripple through a community, turning passive scrolling into civic engagement. Local, meaningful engagement starts with listening. When a video explodes like this, two groups are put on the spot: experts to give context and officials who must respond. Dr. Anjali Sharma calls it a perfect storm of modern conflict: personal space, public authority, dissent. Speed and intensity reveal high anxiety and low institutional trust. Former trainer David Chen: we lack de-escalation skills for low-level public conflicts. Responses were reactive, not proactive. Escalation by instinct. The mayor promises a transparent review. We've seen the video, heard your voices, take this seriously. We'll speak with all involved, review policies, and share findings. Many remain skeptical. Past reviews change little. Calls grow for updated use of force, mandatory de-escalation training, and fair investigations that set the precedent ahead. So, why are we still talking about this? It's not just one video. It matters beyond views and shares. A 90-second local incident became national in under 12 hours. The information ecosystem has changed. News finds us on our phones, often without context or verification. It's the power and peril of citizen media. Where do rights end and collective responsibility begin? What's an appropriate response to a rule break? How much freedom if it infringes on others? We need clear rules and better training, from rangers to event staff to transit officers. Higher standards. A camera shows the what, rarely the why. A clip is a slice, not the whole picture. Media literacy. Question. Seek context. Resist instant certainty. In the end, this viral moment did more than shock or entertain. It held up a mirror and started a hard, necessary conversation. It pushed officials to promise action, encouraged neighbors to talk, and prompted expert context. It showed both power and limits of viral video. The clip isn't the final word, it's the opening sentence we all are writing. The key takeaway: one short, shaky video can alter public conversation, accelerate demands, and expose social cracks. Investigations and witnesses will add to the record. For now, it's a stark moment demanding thought, fair review, and attention to facts and updates. Next time it appears on your feed, breathe, remember divided reactions, and the missing context.